Everybody, welcome back. I haven't done a video in a long time, and I was sitting here kind of watching the markets and just thinking to myself, I should probably do a live recording. So the screen is probably going to be a little bit bigger than what you're normally used to. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see everything, but hopefully you will. A couple things I want to share with you about what's going on today. So over here we have on the left hand side over here, you can see that this is the SPY 30-minute chart. I have an NVIDIA chart up here because NVIDIA seems to be leading the market today and kind of holding it back. And it's kind of what I'm going to talk about. When you have, you can see here, one of the guys in the chat room posted a heat map down here in the bottom right hand corner down here. You can see Microsoft, NVIDIA, AVGO, Amazon, Lilly, all the big software names and semiconductors. They're bleeding today, particularly NVIDIA, which is really holding this market back. Now, a couple of key things I want to mention here. I use a service called Volland. If you are not a member of Volland, I'm going to put a link in the description for you and give you a 10% off any membership that you buy. The membership I use is the Volland 1000, and the reason I use it is because it shows me the Greek exposure in real time. And what we're looking at here is, if I look at this, I can take a look inside the engine of the market, if you will. And that's the way I like to think of it. These bars right here are charm, and they're one of the Greek measurements. And first thing I'm going to notice here is there's a lot of negative charm. And if I measure it, I can see that there's actually negative 561 million and negative 1.1 billion. So almost negative $1.6 billion in charm. That's a lot. I can also look at the average on that particular day. And if down the bottom right hand corner, you can see it's about 1 o'clock right now. So 1.4 billion is about the average charm in what we call a GEX or paradigm. Now, what does this mean? This is actually a very bullish sign. So if I put the pieces of the puzzle together here, we look at the market over here, we can see that there's a big, massive push and pull going on. I'm going to highlight this chart here. And you can clearly see that we had a big thrust down. It tried to bounce, and we had a bounce up and then a bounce down. Let me get rid of this. We opened here at 493. We bounced up. We tried to get that bullish charm happening, but man, we were just smacked in the face with sellers. And you can see that here on the right hand chart on the top right corner. This is a footprint chart. If you're going to trade the ES, you want to use as many tools as you possibly can. And particularly the footprint chart will give you another glimpse inside the market. Okay, so what have we got going on here? Let's put the pieces of the puzzle together. You can see that the market is contained, and we kind of bounced down, we bounced up, we bounced down, we bounced up, and now if we look over here on the right hand side over here at the footprint chart, you can see we're right at the POC of the day. So that means that we have a push and pull going on, all right? And that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Right? Because we know that inside the breadth of the market, again, if we look at a heat map, okay, on the bottom right here, we can see that NVIDIA which is a major leading stock, is down 3.74%. Microsoft, Adobe, Amazon, all the big names, even Visa, even Meta, Amazon, all the big notational value of the SPY names, they're all down. Now we do have some sectors, smaller sectors like the energy sector, the real estate sector that is green, but the big boys, right? The bigger the box, the more influence it has over the index, okay? Just think of it like that. So you can see that is very congruent with the push and the pull that's going on. Now, if we did not have NVIDIA, Microsoft, Amazon, AVGO, Meta, if these weren't as rad, you would probably see that this internal charm would be flying the market higher, probably closer to around 2 o'clock. But right now, this big charm over here, this negative charm, is being muted by NVIDIA, and it's suffering, which is really bad. You can see NVIDIA is just being taken out today to the tool shed, and it's not looking good at all. So so everything makes sense, right? We have Greeks that are very bullish. However, we have a market, that is being pulled down by the large cap stocks. Even Apple, which is only really up 0.62%, that's not a lot, right? And that's what's causing us to get stuck in this value range on the ES between 49.68 and 49 about 57, right? So how do you exploit that condition? Well, you just have to take the whole context into effect. I've been long and short today. I did take a couple of longs off the value area low on this bounce. I did take a couple of shorts early on in the day, and I will share with you a challenge account. This is not a live account. It's just a challenge account that I'm trading with hold on a sec, with Apex, just for fun. I trade this account when I'm bored or when the market is not very easy. I'll trade this account, but you can see here this challenge account is up $4,662 because I'm just playing I'm playing lower probability trades right now. I don't really want to put real money at risk in this type of context unless something were to change. And you can see I'm watching NVIDIA very, very closely for any signs of life, and it's just not giving us any signs of life whatsoever. If I were to see NVIDIA catch a bid at like 661 or something like that, I might go in with some real money and or buy whatever is going on here. But you can see even these profiles here on the 30-minute footprint chart. This is a very bullish, this opening candle up here on the top right. That's a very bearish candle. This candle is bearish as well. This is bearish. This is a little bit more bullish. And this is bearish. Again, we've got mostly a bearish profile that's going on overall on the day. You can see on the right hand side here where my cursor is, we're still at the bottom end of value from the high of the day, which was 49.78. So even though the internal Greeks are saying we should have a bounce, all they're really doing at this point in time is holding us from having a catastrophic fall. Right, and that's the way I really like to kind of look at it. Are we going to bounce at the end of the day? Nah, we might, right? If things change. For now, I'll wait for an extreme to buy. You can see here this big level here. That's 49.60. That's the target, and 49.60 on the SPX. It's only 20 points away. So, can we get to 49.60? Yeah, we possibly could, right? But not without something big happening. On the bottom end here, if we look at this data, and this changes for me by the minute, by the way, that's why I have the 1000, because I get updated immediately. We have a lower level here, 49.20. So if we were to drop to 49.20, which would be about there, I would probably be a very aggressive buyer, assuming that the Greeks remained very bullish. So, positive day today, just scalping back and forth. Again, this is not a live account. This is just a Apex challenge account. By the way, if you guys are using any of these challenge accounts, they're total scams. I gotta say, they're total scams. I just do them for fun. This costs $35 literally, but it gives me a chance to practice with a little bit of skin in the game when you have hard markets, right? But the reason they're scams is because of particularly Apex. If Apex is listening, you're the biggest of all the scammers, because they have a trailing stop loss. So I've had about like 5 or 6, 7 of these Apex accounts, and they're completely nonsense, meaning that I can be green during the day. However, you can see there we're having a little bust out here. However, even though I'm green during the day, I will fail the challenge because they have a trailing drawdown. So let's just say I made $10,000 earlier today and I drew down to 4,000. Even though I was still green, I would end up failing the challenge account because I went to 10,000, came back to 4, and that trailing drawdown would have got me. So they're not interested in profitable traders. They're just interested in traders that are just going to keep repeating. But for $35, it's worth it. Now, if you do want to become if you do want to trade live, then I would suggest, instead of doing these challenge accounts, head on over to Roar Capital. Now, this is like a hybrid prop firm that I happen to be affiliated with, and basically there's no PDT rule, which is fantastic, right? And the other thing is they're going to give you 25-to-1 leverage on all your stocks and 2-to-1 leverage on all your options buying. So why is that much better? Well, because there's no trailing drawdown. Yes, you're going to be stopped out based on the amount of money you put in, assuming that you don't lose that amount of money. And but yeah, this is a much better option because no PDT rule, 25-to-1 leverage on stocks and 2-to-1 leverage on options. So when I'm trading live money, I would be trading with Roar rather than kind of a scam company. But using these challenge companies like Apex, they're I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that they're not really interested in getting successful traders. Again, if I was up 10 grand, I would be failed right now, even though I'd be still profitable. So there you have it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this live video. Hopefully you can see everything on the screen. Please leave some feedback if you can or if you can't. And, still got this push and pull going on here, and here the market's just about to go. Let's see who will win, the breadth or the charm, right? This is still very bullish, and then we're having that move higher. But I still think that push and pull is going to be happening, right? 49 on the SPX. The best they can hope for is 49.60. Will they get it? I don't think it's going to happen unless NVIDIA and everything else catches a bottom. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I don't really think that's more of a bottom here. If we look at Apple and Amazon, Amazon's bleeding as well again today. Google, Meta bleeding as well today. Microsoft bleeding as well today. It's going to have a hard time getting to that level, right? Do I want to short it? Not in a live account. I don't want to short it. Why? Because I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight all that notational value in the Greeks. There's, what did we say? $1.6 billion of think of that like buying power. And yeah, I'll leave a link if you want to join Volland. I'll leave a link in the description, and you'll get 10% off your membership. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, fun day. Bye for now.